Morning, dear friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Today we're diving into something that I think a lot of us struggle with, negative self-talk. It's that inner voice that can be so critical, judgmental, and sometimes downright harsh. We've all been there, right? That little voice in our head telling us we're not good enough or that we can't handle things. But what if we could change that inner dialogue? What if we could reframe those negative thoughts and replace them with something kinder, more supportive? Today, I'm going to walk you through some ways to do just that. Let's dive into overcoming negative self-talk with kindness and compassion. Before we can tackle negative self-talk, first we need to understand it. Negative self-talk is that inner dialogue where we judge ourselves harshly, often focusing on our flaws or mistakes. It's that voice that says, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do this." The truth is, we all experience this from time to time, and it's completely normal. But when that negative self-talk becomes a regular pattern, it can really affect our mental health, our confidence, and how we show up in the world. The important thing to remember is that these thoughts are not facts. They're just thoughts, opinions really, often shaped by past experiences, insecurities, or even things others have said to us. Understanding this is the first step towards breaking the cycle. So whenever you catch yourself thinking something negative, remind yourself, this is just a thought. It does not define me. Now let's talk about the impact of negative self-talk. It's more than just a fleeting thought. It can affect our actions, our confidence, and how we approach challenges. When we constantly tell ourselves we're not good enough, it can prevent us from trying new things. It can stop us from asking for help or even pursuing our dreams. It creates a barrier between where we are and where we want to go. But here's the thing. Negative self-talk doesn't have to control us. You have the power to shift your mindset, to challenge that inner narrative. And doing so isn't just about positive thoughts, it's about being kinder to yourself and practicing compassion. So let's look at some strategies to reframe that negative self-talk with kindness. But first, let's talk about reframing. Turning negative thoughts into kinder, more supportive ones. It's not about forcing yourself to be positive all the time, but rather giving yourself the space to feel and then choosing a response that's compassionate. Here are a few simple steps to help you reframe negative thoughts. 1. Catch that thought. The first step is awareness. When you notice negative self-talk, stop and pause. Take a moment to recognize it. Are you thinking something like, "I'll never get this right"? Acknowledge the thought without judgment. Then, 2. Challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this true? Where is the evidence for this thought? You might realize that the thought is based on fear, insecurity, or past experiences that don't define your present reality. Maybe it's not true at all. Maybe it's never been true. 3. Replace with a kinder thought. This is where the magic happens. Reframe the negative thought into something more compassionate. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try, "I may not know how to do this yet, but I can learn and grow." Or, if you're thinking, "I always mess things up," change it to, "Everyone makes mistakes. I can learn from this and keep moving forward." The goal is to practice compassion by speaking to yourself as if you would a close friend who's struggling. We would never tell a friend, "You're worthless." So why tell ourselves that? Now that we've talked about reframing, let's focus on how to develop a more supportive inner dialogue. The key here is consistency and practice. Just like you wouldn't expect a muscle to grow after one workout, changing your inner dialogue takes time and practice. One way to nurture a more supportive inner voice is to practice self-compassion daily. This means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer others. When you make a mistake or face a challenge, instead of beating yourself up, say something like, "It's okay not to have all the answers right now. I'm doing my best, and that's enough." Another tool is affirmations. Start each day with a positive statement like, "I am worthy of love and respect," or "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way." Over time, these affirmations will help reshape your mindset and strengthen that supportive voice. Small acts of kindness towards yourself can have a big impact on overcoming negative self-talk. Every time you choose to speak kindly to yourself, you're rewiring your brain to be more compassionate. It can be something as simple as taking a moment to breathe when you're stressed, celebrating small wins, or allowing yourself to rest when you're feeling drained. Remember, changing your inner dialogue is a journey, not a destination. The more you practice, the more natural it will become to be kind to yourself. Even on tough days, you can offer yourself grace and understanding. These little acts of kindness create a ripple effect in your life, helping you build a more loving relationship with yourself. Time and practice, you'll notice that you start to believe in yourself more and treat yourself with the love and compassion you deserve. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this video has given you some tools to shift that inner dialogue into something more kind and uplifting. As always, take care of yourself, take it one day at a time, and remember, kindness starts with you. See you soon.